TIFU by accidentally drugging myself before work. So I got up this morning and did my regular routine, taking a shower, preheating the car, taking my medicine, and packing lunch. As I'm sure you could guess, the part with the medicine is the part when fucked up. I opened the cupboard, grabbed the pill bottle, shook one out in my hand, and swallowed it. I have an issue with stomach acid coming up into my esophagus, so the medicine neutralizes the acid more because it hurts and interferes with my work performance, as it sometimes gets bad enough that I need to sit for a while and breathe through the pain. So anyways, I'm doing my regular thing, swallow the pill, screw the bottle shut, and just as I go 6-0 put it back in the cupboard, I realize that pill bottle is suspiciously small, and is that a red triangle? So I pull it back out and actually look at the bottle, and sure enough, it's the allergy medication I recently got prescribed. Here's the thing, I don't have allergies. My doctor prescribed it as a sleeping medication. I feel like I should also add that they're both yellow capsules in similar looking bottles but different sizes. I stood there frozen for a bit, genuinely considering trying to make myself throw up, but I hate throwing up. I also considered calling in sick, but I know I'm needed at work. I've really only used the pill once before, and didn't feel much different, so I decided to risk it, in case it's differently marked other places. A red triangle on the bottle means you're not supposed to drive after taking it. I did, however, know that it would take about half an hour for it to start kicking in, at which point I would already be at work, and I'm not driving back home until 8h later. So I'm currently eating lunch and dealing with the consequences of my Monday morning oopsie. My eyelids feel heavy, my body feels heavy, I feel a bit loopy, I feel like my speech is a bit slurred sometimes, my patience is worse, which isn't great when I'm working with the apprentice, and I'm doing my best to compensate with 2 full SodaStream bottles of energy drink. Only 3-5h left before I can head home. TLDR, thought I took my stomach medicine this morning. Turns out I took a sleeping pill. Comment by Barbudo Grande 2020. Not trying to be harsh, but getting behind the wheel knowing you had that impending impairment coming is pretty irresponsible. Really hoping all goes well, but driving a car under those circumstances is incredibly risky for everyone else. Comment by Alan from Wales 1. Whatever you do, don't drive home if you're still feeling sleepy. I did that once, back in the 1990s, and woke up on the freeway about 5 foot behind a truck which I just about managed to brake in time to avoid hitting. You might not be so lucky. The doc sent me to a sleep clinic where I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. I now use a CPAP machine. Comment by IATA 476,510,719. In my opinion, you should have called into work and told them what happened, then took a nap. Why you would get behind the wheel and go to work after doing this is beyond me, and imho problematic. Personally, if I were your employer, I'd probably fire you. Not for the honest mistake of taking the wrong pill, but because you came to work drugged and you drove after you realized you took this drug. 1. Poor judgment getting behind the wheel knowing you were going to be drowsy. 2. Poor judgment coming to work in that state. 3. Poor judgment not telling anyone at work you were in that state. Your actions were extremely irresponsible.